Welcome back, Rich Minds. This your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be 5 signs that were never for you. Yes, sir. 5 signs they were never for you. And let me say this right here, y'all. Most time it's the people who we love. Most time it's the individuals who we care about the most. It be the people who you have that emotional attachment with. The people who was never for you are most time the people who was closest to you. Yes, sir, I need you to realize that. You never really got to worry too much about the people who you don't have that emotional attachment with. The person who you don't really care about like that. The person who you don't really love them like that. Not in a bad way. It's just the fact that you don't have that emotional connection with that particular person. But it's the people who you love, you care about, who you got to worry about most times. And a lot of times, those people were never for you. A lot of times, those people came into your life for a benefit. They came into your life for whatever they wanted. It was, whether it was money, whether it was sex, whether it was a job, whether it was an opportunity. But they came in your life for a particular reason. These people were never meant to be in your life. Everybody, look, people come in your life for 3 things, right? Reasons, seasons, and a lifetime, right? Somebody may come in your life to help you do something, give you some type of information. Another person may come into your life to help you for a particular season, or only come in your life to take something from you for a particular season. And they come around at the same particular time, same specific time, just like winter, fall, spring, right? And then a person may come into your life for a lifetime, whether that's good or bad, but a lifetime. But see, I need you to understand something. People got to come into your life for a particular motive or a reason. People got to come into your life to give some type of value. People need to be in your life to not drain you, but to pour into you. And a lot of times, when I explain these signs, you're going to realize that these are the type of people who are never meant to be in your life. Yes, sir. You probably got somebody in your life who was never meant to be in your life. They was never for you. They was never supposed to be inside your circle. You was never supposed to be in a relationship with them. You was never supposed to be married to them. They wasn't supposed to be your friend. And so I'm about to give you 5 signs they were never for you. And so y'all already know, man. Here it is right here. Number 1, they don't support you. Yes, sir. Anytime a person actually is supposed to be in your life or actually want to be in your life, they gonna support you in anything you do. As long as you're not doing drugs, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not doing nothing crazy, robbing the bank, whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is that if you're doing something that's positive, for the most part, a person who was really meant to be in your life, or a person who's really for you, they're going to support you. You probably done started up a cake business, or you probably done started up a clothing line. They ain't bought no cake, they ain't bought no shirt, they ain't bought nothing. They haven't even shared a post. It's free to share a post. It's free to press like. It's free to say, hey, check out my homegirl business. Hey, check out my homeboy business. It's free. It don't cost no money to support somebody. So if a person don't support you, in my opinion, that was never for you. How can you say you my friend if you don't support me? How can you say you my friend if you don't like what I'm doing? And pause. Let me not say like what I'm doing, but support what I'm doing. Because see, you don't gotta like what I do. This is not a you better like me type of party over here. I'm not that type of guy. You better like everything I do. No, I don't need yes men around me. I don't need yes women around me. I need people who gonna be honest with me. I need people who gonna keep it real with me. I need people who gonna actually support me because they want to and not because I want them to. Because at some point, there's gonna be some type of resistance. It's gonna be some type of resistance because you don't want to do it anyway. It's like trying to have a man trying to force a woman to have sex with him. not in a forcibly way or rapist way, but I mean, like, let's say they're in a relationship. Let's just say that they're in a relationship and they've been in a relationship what 2-3 years, whatever the case is. And he like, look, baby, I want some sex. And she like, I really don't want to. And she trying to figure out all type of ways of why she don't want to give him the sex. My head hurt, my back hurt, my dog died. You know what I'm saying? And he like, man, and so now she say yes, but now he having sex with a person who don't want to have sex. So it's gonna be some type of resistance. And that's the same thing with you. See, if you have a person in your life, they your friends, mom, dad, sister, cousin, brother, uncle, long lost cousin, whoever it is, and you got this business and they not supporting you, or if you want to get your life together and they not supporting you, or if you want to become you trying to change professions and occupations and they not supporting you, if in that particular realm, and if you try to force them to support you by saying, I mean, you could at least support me, dang, you ain't gonna, at some point, it's gonna be some type of resistance. So even if they do support you, now you're receiving support from a person who don't even want to support you. You see how that work? Understand what I'm saying, y'all? Like, you want people who want to support you versus the people who you try to force to support you. All right? Next one, y'all. Number 2, they look for ways out. They look for ways to exit. They look for ways to leave. They look for ways to get out of the situation. This is a big one, y'all. This is a big one. This is the classic. This is like when a person is inside of a relationship and they tired of being in that relationship. I'm talking about they tired, but they don't got the balls, or they don't got the heart, or their mindset is not strong to just leave. And so what they do is they figure out the smallest thing. They figure out the smallest thing to argue about, or they say, you know what, this is too much for me, I'm done, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, they found that they figure out the smallest way. They put a whole blueprint together. I know if I do this and then this right here, and then I can get out. They figure out a whole business proposal to get out this whole relationship or friendship. So they start looking for ways to exit. They start looking for ways to get out quickly. For instance, movie with Chris Rock. And so Chris Rock was in a marriage and he really wanted to leave. He loved his wife, but he wasn't happy with his wife. He loved his wife, but he wasn't happy with his wife. So he met this young chick, and the young chick was fun. She was, fun, happy all the time. She brought around that sexual tension. His wife wasn't having sex with him no more, so guess what? He had this young tenderoni right in front of his face, and she was throwing it at him. And wife at home, going to sleep, she cooking, doing the norm, watching the kids, doing the norm. Now, she really she loved him. She liked him. The wife actually loved him. She raising your kids, bro. This particular girl, she's just a young tenderoni. She just want to do whatever. She having fun. But so he's looking at ways like, man, you know what? I don't want to be with her. I don't want to be with her. Until after a while, his temptations and the temptations started kind of eating away at his needs. He wanted to be fulfilled. And so once he got with the girl, he was in a position where he could cheat. She said, meet me here at this particular place at this specific time. He's like, all right, bet. So you already know what time it is. He got to figure out a way to get outside that house. He married. He started arguing about some chicken. He started arguing about chicken. Chicken? We done had chicken for the last week. Whatever he said. I'm out. And so he just leave. It wasn't the fact that he was mad about the chicken. It was the fact that he was looking for a way out. He was looking for a way to exit. And that's the same thing with your situation. Some people look for an easy way to exit. Some people look for a way to get out. They don't want to be your friend no more. They don't want to be your boyfriend no more. They don't want to be your girlfriend no more. They don't even want to be connected. Why? Because they was never for you. Now, obviously, with Chris Rock, at the end of the movie, for those who know the movie, I Think I Love My Wife, at the end of the movie, he ended up, still staying with his wife. But the case intended was sometimes people look for ways to exit, whether it's that particular situation. But people are still looking for ways to exit. So understand, if a person is just trying to figure out the first thing, looking for ways to exit, looking for ways to leave, you was never for me. You was never for me. So understand that, y'all. All right. Number three. Number three is nonchalant. Yes, sir. Nonchalant. A person who you having a conversation with, they acting like they don't even hear you, acting like they don't even want to converse in the conversation, acting like they don't want to partake in the conversation. They just nonchalant. You on the phone, you talking to them, and they just, oh, yup. Oh, for real? I mean, like, everything that y'all do is nonchalant, or anything that's involving you is nonchalant, unless they talking about themselves. Which is another sign of selfishness, if you want to be honest. But nonchalant, though. You ever pay attention to people who having a conversation, and this particular person is just sitting here, and they really wish they can be walking their dog. They really wish they can be going out to eat with whoever right now. They really wish they can be out on a patio smoking a cigarette. But yet they listening to this particular person. And the person who telling the story, they may be all into it. But the person who listening like, yeah, whatever. They nonchalant. They don't really care. Now, I get you. Some people may say, well, that's just their personality. That's just how they are. For the most part, people who are nonchalant towards something really means that they have no emotion towards it and they don't care about it. People have emotions towards things they care about. Even the most nonchalant have emotion to certain things that they care about. That just is what it is. It's life. You're a human being. Even the most heartless person got something that they care about. And so if they nonchalant towards you, clearly they don't care about you. Clearly they don't care about what you're talking about, what you got to offer. They're nonchalant. And that's a clear indication, in my opinion, that they don't care. For instance, y'all, I've had a relationship, right? I'll speak about myself. I've had a relationship and I'm like 15 at the time. I'm with this girl and I really I'm not gonna lie. I fell in love for the first time at 15 years old. If y'all don't know what real love is, I'm talking about that puppy love when you just now starting to realize like, oh, I like women, or oh, I like boys. For the girls like that, right? And you really start feeling this feel of love. You start loving the feeling of love. I'm 15 years old when I first experienced this, right? I'm with this girl, I'm with this chick, and I'm starting to notice that it's changing. Because that's what happens, right? A person end up changing, and you trying to figure out like, hey, why they changing? Like, what's going on? Why they changing? What's the problem? And you start noticing the feel because what you have is a soul tie. And so I started noticing the change. And most time when the person is changing, what they doing? They cheating. Most time. Sometimes a person just mentally and emotionally detaching themselves from you. But with this girl, started noticing she was changing. We not really having conversations like how we used to. We ain't falling asleep on the phone. She busy now. She got to do this. She's so busy. And we 15. And so this is all foreign and new to me. But when I started noticing this, or when I look back on it, she started becoming nonchalant. You don't got time for me no more. Nonchalant. When we're talking on the phone, it's nothing really to talk about. Nonchalant. when I'm expressing my feelings to you, nonchalant. Now mind you, she did the boy cold, but she taught me the game. When a person is nonchalant towards you, they really don't care about you, what you talking about, or the situation. And that's a clear indication that they was never for you. Number 4, y'all. Undercover hater. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a lot of people who got friends who undercover haters. It's a lot of people who got co-workers who undercover haters. It's a lot of people who is indulged with some other individuals and they undercover haters. Reno, what's an undercover hater? I'm going to give you the definition of undercover hater. An undercover hater is an individual who see you have some type of success and they perceive to be happy for you, but in actuality, they're not happy for you. Who that boy bad? Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. If a person is an undercover hater and they looking at you receive some award, a trophy, or seeing you get shine, success, prestige, and they perceive themselves as being happy, but really, they really mad. They really hating on the low. Like, they can't hate because they know other people gonna look at them like, bro, you hating or something? So they got that dry clap. Congratulations. What's up? But really they mad. Really they hating on you. Really they can't stand the fact that you about to be in a position. Really they can't stand the fact that you successful. Really they can't stand the fact that you get into it. You hustling, you grinding, you getting the shine, you getting the prestige. And they wish it was them the whole time. That was never for you. See, true friends are going to support true friends. True friends and true family going to support true friends and true family. Like, they're going to support you. Then it's not even a thinking matter of should I support my... No. You family, you my friend. And that's how it's supposed to be. But the problem is they want the prestige. They want the success. They want the shine. But it's enough for everybody out here. You don't got to be an undercover hater. Dude, I don't understand the fact. See, some people don't realize that you won't get your blessing if you hating on somebody else's blessing. How can you become successful if you're not happy for other people's success? I just never really understood it. I never understood how people cannot be happy for another man's success or another woman's success and then expect to become successful. It just don't work like that. So if they're an undercover hater, you gotta pay attention to the people who don't clap when you win. You gotta pay attention to the people who don't smile and laugh when you win. Who I'm talking about, they not giving that same type of energy as if it was them. You gotta pay attention to the people because they're an undercover hater. All right. And the last one, y'all, number 5, they try to destroy and humiliate you. Yes, sir. Somebody thought they did you dirty, and somebody thought they did you wrong. See, a lot of times, people who was never for you, they'll attempt to cast stones and try to form weapons that will not prosper. They will attempt to try to humiliate you and destroy your name and your reputation. Why? Because it's not the fact that they hate you. It's the fact that they hate how everybody else love you. They hate how everybody else look at you. How everybody think highly of you. They can't stand that. So what they got to do is they got to diminish your reputation. They got to diminish your name. Throw salt on your name. And so what they try to do is destroy and humiliate you. Most times the things they talk about is all lies. Most things they try to talk about is all slander. Just to make themselves look good. I never really understood the fact that a person talking about somebody in a negative light, but they don't even talk about themselves. Like, how you gonna talk about somebody else when you're not even taking accountability for what you're doing? I don't even trust the source. I can't even trust the source. Like, I done been around, I never forget having a job, like working inside of a facility. You got to realize when you're working inside of a facility, it's just like school. You got people who clicked up. You got people who, you got the popular people, the lame people. I mean, it's clicked up just like school. And around there, what they try to do is click up and gang up on people who really be minding their business, but they still look good. They still look good. They still dress nice. They still keep themselves up. And so what they try to do is destroy and humiliate people. I've seen it. It happened at school. If you're at school watching this, it's going to be people who try to destroy and humiliate you. I know. Why? Because I was in school. When people click up, it's only to have other people to join their cliques. And the people who don't join their cliques, what they try to do, destroy, humiliate them. Same thing on the job. Same thing in the streets. And so when you get with when you get with certain people, you start realizing who was really for you and who really wasn't. You start understanding who had your best interests at heart and who really didn't. See, everybody don't got your best interests at heart. Everybody don't want to see you win. Everybody that smile in your face ain't your friend. And that's something I had to realize even for myself. Because coming up, as a kid, I would say this: nobody is born racist. Nobody is born prejudiced. Nobody is born ready to discriminate somebody. Nobody is born, wanting to like this particular thing or wanting to hang with this specific group of people. Nobody was born that way. It was all learned. Learn from who raised you. Learn from your culture. Learn from what you was around, your environment. All these things was learned. All these things was learned. And so once you understand, people will try to destroy something that they don't understand. You go to a whole nother thinking pattern. You go to a whole nother level because people try to destroy and humiliate things they don't understand. These are individuals who's been tarnished themselves. These are individuals who don't understand themselves. So I need y'all to realize something, man. People would try to destroy you and humiliate you when they was never for you. They had the knife all along. They had that in their heart all along. But they was just only waiting for the right opportunity to do it. You got to understand the difference between people who is your friend, people who's just an associate, actual friends, actual family, check-in friends. All these people are different and they go into different categories. But that's cool though. You just got to keep doing you. You just got to keep grinding. You just got to keep hustling. And don't let nobody stop you from where you're going. These are the 5 signs people, or they were never for you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Running up these numbers, man. We're trying to get the channel to go super big. And I appreciate y'all for the support that y'all have been showing. Look, I need y'all to ring my bell. Ring my bell. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the links in the bio. And look, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.